All right, it's been kind of interesting. We got a little hurricane action brewing coming through California. It's interesting weather. It's hot, it's raining. What's going on here? Well, the market is a little bit like that as well too. Hey everybody, Doug Reynolds here, your Sacramento area realtor. This is a monthly market update I've been doing for over a decade now. I've got hundreds of YouTube videos talking about Sacramento real estate. Been helping buyers, sellers, and investors in Sacramento real estate for over 17 years now. And this is your monthly update. We are in the end of August, beginning of September. School year is starting. That typically indicates a shift in our market as well, usually at this time of year. So let's talk about the stats, what happened in July and what's going on in the market right now. All right, let's take a look. Okay, July, these are pretty solid numbers as far as sales pricing type goes. This is reflective of what the market was like in June, and we had a solid month in June for sure, June and July really. So these properties that closed in July, they were on the market in June, and that was a solid time in June for sure. So let's take a look. Listings published this month. So this is for the month of July. Only 1,152 new listings coming on. That's actually less than June, and that is way less than a year ago. Almost, that's like 37% less new listings coming on the market. So that lock-in effect is very real. We've got people with 3% interest rates in their homes. They do not want to sell and move up to a 7% mortgage. So they are locking in and staying in because of that, and they're not moving right now. Active listing inventory. This is what's available at this moment in time right now. 1,267, virtually unmoved from a month ago. It is half of the amount of homes that were on the market at this time last year. That's pretty wild, okay? There's just not a whole lot available because of that mortgage rate effect that's causing a lot of people to stay in their homes. Pending sales this month, a little over 1,000 pending sales, roughly about the same as we were last month, but it's down about 13% from a year ago. So way less homes available right now, but also less going into contract right now as well too. Number of closings, 907, that's down about 7% from June. A year ago, that's down about 16% from a year ago. So we've got less available, a little bit less going into escrow, and a little bit less closing escrow, but it's still coming out to a very competitive as far as months worth of inventory, only 1.4 months worth of inventory. Historically, that's a very extreme seller's market, but there's all these extra dynamics going on that it's making it this really interesting market. It's either burning hot property on fire with a bunch of showings and multiple offers, or crickets and it's nothing's happening, dead silence. You know, it's a mixture. It's really interesting. So because of the way that the market was solid in June, in July, the median price went up 547. We're getting close to 550 for the Sacramento area on the median there. That actually went up from a month ago, and excuse me, we're just about even with what it was in July of last year, fairly close to that peak that was May of 2022. So statistically, it's a very interesting time. I mean, we're having like 40% less sales going on right now than a normal year, than kind of pre-pandemic year. There's not a lot of, there's only about 60% of what would be normal from the years leading up to the pandemic, okay? And so normally, you know, that would be like, there's hardly any sales going on. Prices must be just tanking and dropping like crazy, and there must be listings everywhere because there's hardly any sales. Well, no. It's what we talked about, that kind of lock-in effect that's going on. There's a lot of people in their homes that have 3% mortgages. They would like to sell their house, but they don't have to. And so they're choosing not to because they don't want to move from a 3% to a 7% mortgage. It's just that simple. So we've never seen an interesting dynamic like this going on before. So we have way less homes available than normal. Our pendings are down because rates are kind of high, so there's less buyers out there. But even though there's less buyers, pricing is still staying stable because there's so few homes out there. So with that being said, it's an interesting time as a buyer right now. You've got buyers that want to buy. They don't have to sell anything. They're ready to go. And some properties are coming on and they're priced right. They look fantastic and they might have a couple of offers and go over list price. And then there's other properties that they're maybe a little too high. They don't look real great. They're not in the perfect location. And those ones are sitting for a while and they're taking time. They maybe have to lower the price a little bit, get some attention on them. So really interesting juxtaposition going on in this market. We have a lot less sales than would be kind of normal for sure. And we're also kind of heading into a time of year where there's seasonality effect, where typically pricing kind of plateaus right around this time. Typically sales volume kind of starts to decrease a little bit at this time. Interest rates have gone up. We're around 7.5% at the time I'm recording this right now. So there's all these interesting swirling things going on. With my buyers, I'm getting them dialed in with an excellent lender, and then we're ready. If that property does pop up, we are ready to go and we're ready to compete, but we're also looking around and seeing what's been sitting out there, what's overpriced, and maybe they're ready to negotiate and take an offer that's below their list price. So you got to be kind of ready in both positions. With my sellers, I'm really making sure we're doing the work ahead of time. We're doing our inspections. We're getting the place dialed in. We're doing amazing photography and marketing. And then we are listing it at a great price point so that they are getting that action with those buyers and not ending up just hearing the crickets. Where is everybody? This market's not moving type thing. So a lot going on there. If you're looking to connect with me, check out my website, realestatewithdoug.com. I look forward to talking to you soon. I hope you're having a wonderful end of your summer and clear skies.